The day has finally come. It is now time for us to upgrade this city. We're gonna buy more land, and in this video I'm gonna go through 5 tips and tricks on what to do and what to think about when expanding your city in order to make it a really good city, and also in order to make it a really smooth transition from a small city to a much bigger one. In the previous video we went through a couple of tips and tricks on how to prepare your city for an expansion, so if you missed that, just jump back an episode, watch that, come back here again, and we will now take the step and upgrade our city. Okay, so my idea was to expand the city here to the left in order to get a lot of land so we can kickstart this city into high gear. We want a really strong economy when we're done with this. We're gonna buy this one and the one above, because now we got all this area here to work with, and that is quite a lot. We're now about to take this city into the next level, and this is the first advice that I have for you guys, and that is to plan out the highway, because this city is gonna have a lot more people in it, so we will need a lot more capacity. The previous city is a small one, is not very dense, and so the highway connection is just very basic. But once we implement a new city, we're gonna have a lot of people traveling between the cities as well. And you know, this might not be a separate city, it's probably gonna connect to this one in the end. The tip is really, you gotta figure out where the highway goes, and you gotta put down the highway. You cannot just pull roads from this existing highway, you gotta make a new one. We also gotta think about the reach of the highway. How well will it reach into the city? What I have in mind here is connecting off of this highway here and pulling it up behind back here, all the way back, so that the highway reaches all the way back here to these trees here right next to the mountain. Okay, the highway is now down, and well, it's a very easy setup. Let's talk about the next step, and that is gonna be main streets. This is the next advice here, number 2, main streets. Just as we did in this city here, or in this part, we have a main street going down here, making its way all around the city. So that's what we're gonna do here. Before placing them down, we're gonna have a little tiny look at the design here of the terrain, of the highway, and we'll see if we can figure something out that looks nice. We do not want just a square grid, we want it to look nice as well. So I'm gonna have a look at the terrain here, but before putting the main streets down, I'm gonna bring up the 3rd tip here on our list, and that is the flow. The flow of this city is really important. We have highway coming in right here. And so people going all the way to the back of the city, they will probably want to go back out to the highway when going to work or visiting the other city or whatever, which means we will have a flow going in this direction. Or it could be something like this or like this, but mostly it's just gonna be overall in this direction here, which means that our main streets going across there should be in that direction. But we want it to look good as well. So we're gonna keep it going in that direction, but we're gonna follow the terrain as well. I'm gonna build that and we shall have a look, and I'll talk about it once it's done. Okay, so this is the basic layout for now. These are the main streets. We might add some more in the future, but as you can see here, I'm following the terrain going all the way around here, and I'm following the terrain going all the way around here and up here. I've also made sure that they keep the flow that we want, which is advice number 3. Tip number 3 here, that is traffic flow. Going in and going out should be just as easy going on the highway as going through the city. Going up with the highway, going down through the city, out on the highway, back out should be really easy, a straight flow. And that is what we're gonna keep with this here. Imagine you go all the way up here, like you could follow down here, and you would basically have, maybe you would have to go here, down like so, but it's pretty straightforward. Or if you connect to here, you can just go down here, and you're all the way down here again. So it looks curvy, but it's just a straight flow basically. You don't have to take a million turns or go through, like, look at this here. You would not have to go through a million intersections like this, because it would be just a nice flow with a big road taking you all the way down there. Now I'm gonna fill this out with more streets, and then we're gonna talk about the next tip here. Okay, so I've now built a bunch of small roads in here, and this is the design that I want to keep throughout this part of the city. I want to have big roads and then smaller roads on the inside, making it a nice and kind of, you know, pretty good looking pattern. This is what I want throughout this here. But you might say that there's a lot of empty space just everywhere, and that is for a very good reason. Now checking in at tip number 4, advice number 4. That is to have room for services. We gotta leave a lot of space, because there is not only people living here, people are gonna work here. People need healthcare, fire safety, you know, fire stations, police stations. They need schools, they need parks, they need public transportation. Anywho, we have left a bunch of space here, so I'm gonna build some pretty basic streets here. Maybe a little grid type streets where we also can very easily feed our services. So I'm gonna put that down right now, and I will show you exactly what I mean when I say that I leave space for services. Okay, so now that is done, and we have some more space for our services. So right now we could grab a hospital and just plop it down pretty much just anywhere here, wherever we want it. Fits very nicely. We can do cemeteries, big stuff, put it anywhere we want, fire stations. And right now it might look like it has really bad reach. That's because this part is not even connected. I'm gonna connect it up to the rest of the thing here. Yeah, this is a really good spot, look at that. Yeah, we should probably have this as a little service area. We could have some fire stations, some police stations, just sitting in here chilling. And then we could maybe have a school area here or something. That would be really nice. Now that was number 4 on our list. Now I'm gonna move on to number 5 here, the final advice. And that is connecting up to the old city. We need to have good connections to the old part of the city. Otherwise we will have traffic issues, because people will be traveling back and forth here. Just think about it in real life. You're just living here and you look over there and they're building this super huge thing here. A bunch of houses, a bunch of shops, malls, everything. You will want to go here and take a visit 100%. So we will need good transportation methods between here. We could even implement a train. We might even have longer bus routes doing their thing between here. But most importantly, as we did in the beginning of this video, we planned out the highway. So we will do the same thing here. Right here we will make the exit of the city. This will be a one-way exit going out to the highway, so this will not be the entrance. The entrance will be pretty much all the way in here. I know it's a really long route, but it will keep the flow of the city going in the same direction. It is so helpful. There's one more thing as well. We have left a lot of space up here, and we will leave this space as it is. We might even leave a little bit more of this space here, but I'm gonna fill in some more. But this space up here is really important, because once we buy this land area right here, we could have a highway going underneath or through the mountain, making the highway connection go all the way around here, connecting everything up. All the 5 tips I had for you guys here. In the beginning, we have the highway, the reach going all the way into the city and just not connecting at the first point here, connecting to the new part, actually reaching all the way in. We have our main streets, that's tip number 2. Number 3, traffic flow, we got that covered. Number 4, room for services, we got that covered. And number 5, connecting to the old city. All I really gotta do now, sit back, relax, finish the build, make people move in, plop down services. But anywho, hope you guys enjoyed the tips, the tricks. Feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Peace.